Hey guys, welcome to this lecture. So today we are going to see the firewall migration, right? By using the expedition tool we have from Palo Alto. So as part of this lecture, we will first migrate the ASA firewall configuration to Palo Alto firewall configuration by using the expedition tool, right? So first we need to configure the expedition tool. So basically you need the Ubuntu server image, right? You need a Linux machine. Get the console of that machine and do the IP addressing as per your requirement. So currently I can see that this 10.1.1.8 is not correct IP addressing which I need on my expedition tool. So first I will configure the IP address. Okay. So to do that, you just need to go to the interfaces config file. So nano etc network interfaces, and inside it you just need to change the interface type from DSCP to static, and just define the parameters. Address 192.168.1.1, netmask 255.255.255.0, gateway 192.168.1.254, and then just define your DNS name servers. So name servers 8.8.8.8 and 4.2.2.2. So just write your changes and restart your system control restart networking. So basically we need to restart the networking module after making these changes. So now let's verify if config, and it has not taken the effect. So let's reboot the box. So after reboot, let's verify. Sometimes it happens. I mean, restart, doesn't fix the problem. I mean, this restart of a particular service doesn't fix the problem. So you need to completely reboot your machine to make the changes, applicable. So basically, as part of this lab, meanwhile this machine is coming up, what we are going to do, we have this Windows machine which is placed behind this ASA firewall. So the LAN subnet is 10.2.2.0/24, and you can see the IP address of this machine is 10.2.2.2/24. Gateway is 10.2.2.1, right? So first we will configure the ASA. We'll ensure that this machine has internet access, right, as per the configuration, and then we will import the configuration of this ASA on this expedition tool, and we will also onboard this Palo Alto on this expedition tool, and then we will do the migration of the configuration. We'll do the migration of the configuration from ASA to Palo Alto. Okay, so now this is up. So let's verify. So we have got the IP address. Okay, so now let's do one thing. Let's configure this machine for expedition. So basically you need to first create the username expedition, right, with the command add user. So you need to make sure that you are inside the root mode when you are configuring the Ubuntu server. So just add user expedition. You can enter the password. Rest of the details you can just leave it blank and then done. And now we need to install the image. So we'll get it from the Palo Alto website. So wget https. So basically we are making this machine as Palo Alto machine. Palo Alto networks.com/expedition installer. dot tape conzip. And once you have this file, you can verify it ls minus la, and you will be able to see this. We have this file. So now we need to, take out the files. So tape archive zxvf and this file expedition installer gunzip. So we have taken out the database dot tar gunzip and init setup dot shell. Okay, so these two files we will be using to customize this particular machine as our expedition tool, right? So now we need to elevate the access of this init setup dot file. So chmod 755 init setup dot sh, and now just run this particular script and it will start. Okay, so now it will take time. I mean, this machine will communicate with the Palo Alto servers back and forth. It will download these scripts. It will install it inside this Linux machine, and after some time, it will become the expedition tool. I mean, when you are going to hit the 192.168.1.1, right, you will be able to see the expedition tool web page is coming in front of you. Then you can just simply log in into that tool and start your migration process. So meanwhile, this is working. Let's do one thing. Let's configure this ASA, right? And let's take the console and do the configuration. So basically, I have the script available with me. So what we are going to do is we will be configuring, LAN IP address 10.2.2.1/24 on gig 01 interface, WAN IP 10.1.1.3 on gig 0 by 0 interface, and we will be defining the default route pointing towards this gateway 10.1.1, and we will be also adding the NAT rule and access list to allow the communications. Okay, so I have the base script available with me, so I'm just going to do copy paste and run it here. So we are inside the config mode, and I have simply done the copy paste. Okay, and now if you see show interface IP brief, you will be able to see we have got the interfaces up, IP addresses are there, and you can also check the zone details outside, inside 0. Show run NAT. So inside, outside, dynamic path we are doing. Show run route. Okay, so it is done. Just save the configuration, right? And now let's verify whether we are able to get the access to internet from this machine. So let's take the RDP test 1 2 3. So basically, we'll try to ping google.com from this machine, right? And we'll also verify that all the interface configurations are correct. So IP config slash all. So here we can see IP addresses 10.2.2.2. This is the subnet, gateway is 2.2.1. Okay, so let's try to ping gateway IP first to make sure that ASA is reachable. Okay. And let's try to ping 8.8.8. So internet access is not working. So let's verify. Ping outside 8.8.8. So this machine has access. Firewall has access to internet. Ping inside 10.2.2.2. So firewall can reach both the machines. Let me try again. So might be ping is blocked because we see internet access is there. So might be in ASA configuration. We need to enable the pings. There is a command to enable that. So let's verify whether internet is working or not. So if you go here, simply just type ngcloudx.com and will verify. So establishing secure connection, it means we are able to connect and it will take time. I mean, this is the chemo machine, so it takes time, a little bit slow. So here we can see it is establishing the secure connection. So definitely it is going to connect. Yeah, we are getting the privacy error because this machine is quite outdated. It is not having the root certificate details. So we can click on proceed and ngcloudx.in will be loaded in the browser. So it means we have the internet access and you can also check the interface details. Show interface IP brief. So show interface. So we can check for the counters. So we can see packets input and packets output, right? So statistics are moving. It means packets are going out from this firewall. Okay. So now this is done. Website is there. I mean, it is not loaded properly because of the JavaScripts not supported in this particular browser being outdated. But yeah, website is opening here. Okay, similarly, we can try visiting cisco.com. So now our step one is complete. We have configured the expedition tool. Although it will take time to get configured properly, it is going to download multiple things from the different URLs of Palo Alto, right? And then this machine will become expedition tool. Uh, Step number two, we have configured the ASA firewall. Our Windows machine is having access to internet, right? So this particular path is working now. Step number three, we will bring up this Palo Alto firewall. We will configure the management interface IP address on the firewall, right? And we'll try to connect with this. I mean, we'll try to onboard this firewall on Expedition tool. Okay. Step number four. So meanwhile, let's go here and cisco.com. So establishing secure connection, if you are able to see this, it means browser is able to reach the destination server. So TCP three-way handshake is done now. SSL handshake is going on, and once it is done, you will be able to see the Cisco website here. So again, it is giving us the warning. So let me accept it, and we will be able to see the cisco.com. So you can see Cisco is loading up. So cool. Now, this machine will take time to get up, so let's don't waste our time and just get inside the Palo Alto. Okay, show system setting. Show system info will give us the details, right, about the interfaces. So already the IP address is configured, right? Net mask is correct, default gateway is correct. Okay, so we can just do one thing. We can take the take the web UI access of this firewall right away, right? Uh, 192.168.1.2 and we'll see if any configuration is there on this firewall or not. So we'll clean it up and then we'll upload the configuration with the help of the expedition tool. So admin You can, you know, onboard the firewall on Expedition tool and then with the help of the REST API do the configuration, or you can use Expedition tool as a standalone tool. You can import the base configuration from the Palo Alto. You can import the ASA configuration on this tool, do the conversion and then take out your converted configuration and upload it on the Palo Alto firewall. So both ways you can do it. I mean, if you want to onboard your firewall to this, you can do that. Otherwise, you can import the base config from the Palo Alto to this tool, right? And do the conversion. So it is also coming up. So you can see it takes time to, configure this server. Okay. It will install multiple things, multiple scripts. It will download multiple files from different sources. And then finally your server will become up. So let's give it a try. Let's see if it is working. So HTTPS 192.168.1.1, that's 1.1. So you can see that we are getting the privacy notice. It means our web server is up, right? And right now it is working. So still getting up. You can see that we've got the Apache server default web page. So it means that it is using Apache web server, this expedition tool in the backend, right? So you have got the default web page. Okay. So multiple files are getting installed here. So once the installation is complete, then you will be able to see the web UI of expedition tool. Okay. Meanwhile, we are inside our firewall and let me just make sure that we don't have any configuration available on this firewall. If yes, then we will erase it up. So right now there is no configuration, no zones, nothing is there. Okay. And policies, security, default policy, NAT policy, nothing is there. Okay. So this firewall is blank. Network configurations, interfaces, nothing. Objects, address groups, nothing is there. Okay, so let's wait for this expedition tool to come up and then we'll resume the video. Okay guys, so now finally our expedition tool has been installed on the Ubuntu server. So you can see the web UI is opening up. So just log in into this machine. Username is admin, password is Palo Alto. And when you log in, you will be able to see multiple options here. This is the dashboard, which is telling you about the CPU usage, your RAM details, disk utilization, right? And all other things. You can restart, stop, okay? And here you can also see if any fatal error is available. So you can just have a look there and you can click on remediate to remediate this problem. So this is not that fatal, so I'll just ignore it. Okay. Now if you will see here, we have projects. So you can create your projects. We have Fortinet, Palo Alto, Checkpoint, Juniper, Cisco, Forcepoint, IBM, right? So these are the supported vendors on which you can do the conversion. Then you can also add your device. Okay, so right now no device is added, right? Then we have settings here. You can create your user accounts. You can define the roles, your server details. You can connect your LDAP, radius. Okay, your jobs, how many jobs have been created, completed, failed, your machine learning. So basically, what we do, we place the it's like we forward the traffic logs towards the expedition so that it can do the log processing, and accordingly with the help of the machine learning it can suggest you the logs, policies, what policies you should be creating. Okay, so first of all we'll add the device, right? So click on add here and just give it a name, lab PA. PA model is going to be virtual VM series. It will connect on 443. So basically, it will establish the connection with the help of the REST API. IP address is 1.2. So this is the firewall. We will be connecting with this tool, and serial number you can just paste it up. You need serial number to onboard this device here, right? And click save. Okay. So double click on this. You need to add the API keys. So username, password, role is admin, username admin, then password, add, save. So once you have given the credentials, now this tool will try to connect with this Palo Alto VM, okay, with the help of the REST API. And once it is connected, then you will be able to see all the details here, what type of licenses are available, your database information, everything will appear here, okay. So this will try to connect. Let's wait for some time. Meanwhile, you can also see monitor, right? So you can see this is the serial number, licenses, app ID, PAN OS version, device model, right? Then if you go to projects, here you can click on add, and let's give it a name, ASA migration. Okay, and you can select our target device, create project. Now just double click on this, right, and click on import. Go to Cisco because we need to import the Cisco configuration. So you need more system running config output, okay, to upload the details here. So let me just do that. Let me browse it. So I have imported the file. Now you can see after import, it is going to look like this. You can see number of addresses, services, all these details. So if you go to policies, you will be able to see security rule is not there. Click on NAT rule is there, right? Application override, all these details. So go to network, and here, we can remap the interface with our Palo Alto firewall, right? So we need to import that template as well. So just go here, Palo Alto, and this device is now connected. Okay, so you can just double click on it. I think it is not connected yet. There is no configuration download for this device. Import cancelled. Okay, so let's verify. ASA more system has been imported. When we are trying to import this one, so this is not yet connected. So either we need to import the file manually, okay, or we need to wait. So let's do one thing. Let me log out from here. So Palo Alto configuration is not there because we can see ASA configuration has come. So basically you need this base configuration, to build the configuration, and you can also push the configuration with the help of the APIs. So if I will go here, it is not working. Let's save this snapshot, give it a name, ASA config, go to devices. So let's try to retrieve, and we are able to do that. Save. Now we got the information, right? So device is connected, and if you want to edit anything, you can do that, but it is not required now. And just go to projects, double click here, go to import, now double click, and it's done. So basically it was not connected, earlier. So here you can see we have got two templates, ASA and lab. Okay. So now go to network. So this is your Palo Alto. So select ASA one, and here remap your interfaces. Remap with so just remap the interface. Here I'm not able to get Palo Alto. So basically we need to remap it. Save. Hmm. You will face such problems. So first of all, delete unnecessary interfaces. And now we need to remap. So I do this. Here I cannot see Palo Alto templates, which I'm able to see here. So this XML file is not coming here. So if I select this, remap, then remap this one, keep it slot. Okay, then similarly your zones. So identify your zones. We have inside, outside. So unnecessary zones can be deleted. Otherwise, it will give you error when you do the migration. Layer 3 inside, outside, zone ID. So name is inside layer 3 interface. Okay, all these details you can see we have. Whatever changes you want to do, you can do. So these are your zones. Virtual router. So virtual vSys 1 and static route is there. Okay, protocol, all these details are available. Then virtual wire, no configuration is there. Okay, device related vSys 1 objects. So these are the objects which are unused objects. That's the reason you are getting these red icons in front of them. So we are not using these objects. Either you can delete it or you can push it to your device. Then for services, we have these default services and service groups. Okay. And policy. So we have the NAT policy, right? So let's have a look. So let's give it a name, internet NAT. So inside, any outside, any, okay, IPv4 NAT, dynamic IP port. Okay, cool. So this is good. And security rule, we don't have it because in ASA, from high security to low security, traffic is allowed. Okay, so let's go to export now. And here you can see, you know, we have this lab ASA target, you know, configuration. So basically, you need to do the drag and drop. So network will go inside the network, right? So interfaces, virtual router. So just do simple select, drag and drop. Okay, so you'll see all this configuration here. Oh, it is picking up the so let's reset. Let me select the template, network interfaces, virtual routers. So let's verify. Yeah. So now it is only giving the configuration which we have saved. Okay. Then VCs related configuration, it will have objects, policies, address. Okay. So all these details. So just select object, address group, and place it here. Right. And now you can click on merge. So when you are doing the merge, just make sure that it is not overriding your management interface configuration. Okay, if it do so, then you need to take care of that. You should not lose your access. So it is not coming up. So these are the problems with this tool. Sometimes it behaves very badly. Now you can see that we have lost the configuration, and when we are clicking on download, no file is coming up. Okay. So we did the merge, but some sort of error occurred and we lost the content. Okay, no issues. And here everything is deleted now because we did the drag and drop. So we need to import the file again. So this is our target. Go to Cisco, browse file, ASA. Okay, so we have got the details back. Now let's go to export. So this time we'll do the configuration here itself, right? And here also this time we have not got the network related config. So just delete this and import the configuration again. So go to Cisco, browse file, ASA more config and import, right? Now just go to export and see, okay, we have got everything. So now just do the changes, whatever changes you want to do. Network, I just want to get rid of these unnecessary interfaces. So just delete them and remap these interfaces. So remap it to Ethernet 1 by 1. Then this one to Ethernet 1 by 2. Okay. And go to zones. Delete these unnecessary zones. Right. And you can see automatically interfaces have been updated here. Virtual router is good, and then objects, everything is good. So just go to export, and here in network you have these details, right? And here you have these details available. So network interfaces, virtual, and then vSys details, objects, policies, inside policies, NAT policies there, objects, all the objects are there, zones, your inside outside zones are there. So you can just do one thing, you can just simply merge the configuration here itself, right? So just select this network, generate XML. So you can generate the XML from here as well. And we have got this XML file as well as this zip file. So I'll download the XML file and I'll have a look what sort of configuration we have got. Okay. And then we will upload it on just a minute. So let me just verify the file. Why it was opening Edge. Okay. So let's download the file again. So we have this file, XML file, show in folder, and open it up in Notepad++. So let me verify the details. Everything looks good. So if you see here, everything looks good. Internet NAT, Ethernet, your virtual router, members, Ethernet, interface details, interface IP addresses. Okay, all looks good. So now let's just do one thing. Go to your firewall, log in. So after login, we will upload the converted file and then we'll do the commit and we will shut down this. I mean, on the cutover date, you will plug out the cables from here, you plug those cables in this particular firewall. This is the virtual setup, so you are going to shut down the ASA. We will keep running Palo Alto, right? And then we'll see whether this machine has internet access or not. So right now, this machine has internet access. So if I will refresh, you can see it is able to connect to ngcloudx.in, it is able to connect to cisco.com, right? So internet access is there and your traffic is getting processed by ASA right now. Okay. So sending request and we will be able to establish the connection. And if from command line, if you will try to ping your gateway and all that, so it is reachable. Okay. So if I will ping my gateway 10.2.2.1, so it is reachable and you can see waiting for cache, website loading, networking in cloud cybersecurity, cisco.com is loading. So things are coming up. Okay. Your website is getting loaded properly. And you can see this time the website has been loaded because this browser got updated yesterday, and now we are also not getting these certificate warnings. So now it is working properly, and we have got the website up. Okay, so right now the traffic is flowing through ASA, and now we are inside the Palo Alto. So just go to device, and here just save one named configuration with the name base config, because we will be doing this activity back and forth, so we need this. Okay, now import browse file and just go to downloads, select the file. Okay, now load, check task completed. Now let's verify whether you have got the details or not. So we have got these details, right? Zones, inside, outside, virtual router. So we have VSys. This router is there. Okay. And policies. So NAT policy is there. Internet NAT, inside, outside. Security policy we need to create because in ASA by default this communication is allowed. So no problem. We can create the security rule. So just simply click on add and internet access source. Your inside is going to be the source. Any destination is going to be the outside. Application, any service category, any action is going to allow, and profiles default one we can have. Data filtering we don't have, wildfire we don't have. Okay. So we have created this rule. Rest of the configuration got imported automatically. You can see addresses, these addresses, address groups, and application services, all the service objects, service groups, they are created automatically. Okay. So if you have tunnel related configuration, whatever it will get created automatically. And just verify before you are committing push, just verify your management interface details are not modified, and just create one network management profile, right? Because we will be doing the pings and all that. So ping only, and enable ping here, and just attach it to your interfaces. So 1 by 2 we will be doing the ping. So just go to advanced management profile, ping. Okay. Now let's do the commit and see if our commit is successful or not. If this is successful, then we will bring down the ASA. Okay. And here you can see websites are still loading. This is the problem with the machine itself, right? This virtual machine. Rest of the things are working fine here. So let me just go ahead and stop the ASA, right? Because this is our downtime, and rest of the traffic. I mean, once your Palo Alto configuration is done, it will be used. So service WW is already in use. Service is invalid. Okay, so we got the object error. So just go to services and delete this. Fail to delete references, service group, web server group, member. Okay, so let's delete this first. Delete this, and then services WW if we have. Now let's do the commit. So you will see the commit errors, validation errors, all these details you will see. So we have stopped the firewall. Now let me just do refresh and see if I still have internet access, right? So this time it should time out. I mean, because we don't have internet access now, ASA is down. So commit is taking place. So ASA is down. Right now Palo Alto is up, but it is not configured. So this is the complete downtime, and we should not get anything here. I mean, if I will close and if I will open up the browser, right? And if I will try to open up any website, so nothing should come up. So if I will try to visit Ngcloudx, it should not come up. It should time out. So meanwhile, this firewall is up. Okay, so I just hope my traffic should not start flowing automatically through this firewall. So it is almost done, right? And yeah, we are able to connect. It means now it has started flowing through Palo Alto. Okay, you can also validate it. If you will get the reply of your gateway, it means Palo Alto is doing the reply because ASA is down 10.2.2.1. So Palo Alto is giving reply, right? And earlier, if you remember, we were not able to ping 8.8.8 because I have not enabled the ICMP pass-through from ASA. So let's verify, right? So, but we are able to get the reply on Palo Alto. Okay, and you can see the complete website has been loaded here. Okay, so website is loaded properly. Now let's verify the logs. Configuration is done. Just go to monitor traffic logs and you will be able to see the logs. Source IP addresses, destination, ping. Okay. So this is how we do the migration. My source IP is this. You can verify this is my source IP, right? And destination IP addresses we did ping and we visited Ngcloudx, right? So multiple sessions got created. You can also go to session browser and you can verify, right? So these are the sessions which are up. Okay. So you can see now, I mean, you know, so ASA started processing the traffic and we have done the migration from, sorry, Palo Alto has done the processing of the traffic. So we have successfully migrated from ASA to Palo Alto with the help of this expedition tool. And you can see, how much convenient it was. Okay. So we can also make API calls and we can do the configuration if you want. Okay, if you want to do VSys configuration, you can select your VSys and then you just generate your API request to get the configuration to push the configuration. All these things we can do right with the API calls. Okay, so let's move ahead and do the configuration on Fortinet now. Okay, and let's see how it behaves. So Palo Alto is processing the traffic. So let me just do one thing. Let me go back here and let me revert the configuration to the base one. So base config. So if you will see, we will lose all the configuration on the interfaces and all that stuff and do the commit. So the moment you do the commit, once it is successful, this machine will lose the internet access. So let's have continuous ping to 8.8. So after successful commit, we will lose the internet access, right? And meanwhile, let me turn it on. So we'll configure the Fortinet. and then we will migrate from Fortinet to Palo Alto with the help of the migration tool. So it is almost done, and here you will see request timeout will occur and internet access is gone. If you will refresh the website, it will time out, and now your internet access has been gone. Okay. So now what we need to do, we need to configure this Fortinet firewall. Okay. And we need to configure this firewall. We need to, what is the password? Admin, and then we'll do the migration. Let me check the password of this firewall. I might have changed it. Admin. Okay, so this is our firewall. So let's do the configuration of this and then we'll do the migration. So let's do the base configuration of the management interface, right? Define the DNS, default route and all that. So I have the script available. I'll just go ahead and run it up. So it's done and I have configured 1.20 on my port 1 which is connected, and so port 1 is connected to management network. So let me just visit 192.168.1.20 and let's have a look if we are able to connect. Yeah, we are able to connect. So this is our Fortinet. So let me log in into it. So we are inside the Fortinet. Now let's do the basic configuration. Evaluation license has expired. Okay. So I just need to stop it and I need to delete it. I need to configure it again. I need to switch off these switches as well. So I'll delete this box. I will add another one. Fortinet, Fortinet, FortiGate, save. Just have it here. Port 1 will be connected to management. Port 2 will be connected to outside switch. And port 3 will be connected to internal switch. Let's start the devices. And if you verify here, we have lost the internet connection on this machine because we have erased the configuration of Palo Alto. Okay, so now let's take the console again. So let me run the configuration. Done. Let's go here. HTTPS 192.168.1.20. So let's do it on HTTP. So we are able to log in into the firewall and change the password later on. Here we have got the access of the firewall. So just go to network interfaces and port 1 is already configured. Port 2 is my outside interface. So I'll do the configuration on port 2 and here I'll define the IP addresses. Okay. So what we need to do is just define the IP address 10.1.1.3/24, and if you need to allow paying HTTPS, you can do that. And network devices, security mode, outgoing connection to botnet sites. Okay, interface enabled. Okay, then configure this one. 10.2.2.1/24. Okay, and that's it. Okay, so both these interfaces are up. We can delete this one because we don't need this, right? So we can simply disable it and just go to policy. So we will create the policy to allow the internet access from inside to outside, right? And then we'll see if we are able to ping the gateway or not. We should be able to ping the gateway now. 10.2.2.1. Gateway is reachable. So Fortinet interface is up, right? Just we need to create the policy. So this version of Fortinet is not working properly with Eve. Some resource challenges are there. So we have these addresses available. So memory issues there because the Valve version comes with limited resources, right? They have the capping on their VM. So that's the reason, you'll feel the slowness. I mean, if I will go ahead and create the policy, it will take time, right? So this is the problem with Fortinet. Meanwhile, we can verify the logs, forward traffic logs, and you will be able to see logs if we have configured on any particular security policy. So right now we don't have any security policy, so you are not able to see that, right? Then we have monitor here, so you can just check your routing, DHCP, SD-WAN, right? Firewall use, monitor, all these details you can see. So it is like very slow because of the resources. So let's go to dashboard and policy objects. Okay, we got this. So we have the implicit deny rule, right? So we need to create one policy which will allow the traffic. So give it a name, internet access. Incoming interface will be port 3 as per the topology. Outgoing will be port 2. Source will be any. Destination any. And it will be always on. Services all. Action allow. Then we have firewall NAT outgoing interface. We'll do the PAT. Security profiles, if you want to enable, you can enable. If you want to leave it like that, you can leave it. Log allowed traffic, all session we need to log, right? Security events, all session. And enable this policy, click OK. So once you configure this one, let me just verify whether we get the internet access or not. So we have the gateway ping because with this model of FortiGate we have problem, right? Security rule doesn't get pushed. So if you will verify, internet access will not work, but we have the desired configuration with us. So it will take time, so memory issues there, but we have the desired configuration with us, so we'll do the migration. Because in production environment, it is not going to be the case where Fortinet is not processing the traffic. We have done the basic configuration. It is just that we have problem with this firewall. It is somehow unable to process the traffic. Might be security reasons or the license issue because we are able to ping the gateway. And right now this gateway is only configured on this particular firewall. So, it keeps on loading, it takes time to create the policy and all that stuff. So, without wasting time, I have the configuration with me. So, let's go to Fortinet, or we can just do one thing, we can create a new project altogether. So, just go to projects, click on add, give it a name. Mm, Fortinet migration, select your firewall, create project, open it up, go to import the base configuration of Palo Alto, right? Now in export you will be able to see that we have got the Palo Alto, right? So let's do it again. So we have it, okay. Still network is there, VCS is missing. So just do the import again. I mean, these are the challenges we face with this expedition tool. So network is coming. We are not able to load the VSys. So let me just delete this and do it again. So right now we have this particular configuration available. So let me just import the base configuration again. Let's go to export. So VSys related configuration is not coming. Okay, no issue. Now let's go to Fortinet and we need to upload the file. So in Fortinet, you just go here, configuration, backup. You take the backup of this policy configuration and just import it inside your, firewall. So I'll go ahead and I'll upload it. So firewall, Fortinet config. So we have the Fortinet config. Now what you need to do, just go to the objects. Let's verify what configuration you have, policies. So this is blank. We are not able to upload anything here. Let me import it again. So now let's have a look. Objects, network, interfaces, zones. Nothing is coming. Okay, let me just exit this, reload expedition. Multiple challenges are there, with these tools. So whenever you do migration and all that stuff, you need to ensure so many things. The best part is, I mean, it takes away your headache to do it manually. So just go to projects, Fortinet, objects, network, policies. Nothing is coming. So let's import again. So it is not able to load it properly. Let's do one thing. Let me just back up it from here, local PC, okay. And we have the config file. Go to import, Fortinet, browse, download. because the extension of that file was .txt, so might be the case, it was not able to load properly. Now it is .config file. Let's have a look. So if I go to network, so we got these details, okay, zones, and if you go to policy, you have the policy, NAT policy is there, okay. So if I will go to export, I should be able to see. So we have FortiGate, two configs available. I'll remove this one, right? And for Palo Alto as well, let's do a quick refresh of import. So let me just import it again. So we have FortiGate, Palo Alto. One more file is available with us. So this vsys is not coming in Palo Alto somehow. Okay, so let's do the configuration. Just go to network, select your template as FortiGate. Here, just delete this one because we don't have such interface on our Palo Alto. And just remap. This is our management interface, so we don't need it on Palo Alto. It is already configured. You just need these two. So remap it to Ethernet one by one. Then remap this one to Ethernet 1 by 2. Okay. Zones. So just delete your unnecessary zones. Port 2, port 3 are the zone names. Then virtual router. So we have this. Okay. And in objects, services, applications, content, user details, whatever it is. Then policies, you have this security policy, port 3 to port 2, any allowed, right? And you have this NAT rule, internet access, port 3, port 2, okay? So let's go ahead and do the merging. So generate the XML. So download this file. So I think we have not done the merging properly. Let me select everything because file size was very small, which means merging is not complete. Object, policy, zones. Inside policies as well, we have NAT. Network. So let's generate the file. Download and let's verify. So here you can see the XML file, but it is not having details of the interfaces, right? Because that of this particular VSys is not coming in the Palo Alto. That's why, in Fortinet we don't have any problem, but we are facing problem with the base configuration of the Palo Alto. So we need to just import it again. We are facing problem. So here, if I will select this, I'll go to export. I don't have anything. So either I can, with the REST API, I'm facing challenge. Let me just do one thing. Let me get the base config. So we can export the base config from here. Base config, okay. We have it, and let's import it. Base config, done. So if I go to export, again we don't have VCs related information available. It is a problem. We should get this root. Uh, Let me see if we have any other configuration available. So if I'll go to running config, what do we have? Okay. So running config is nothing but base config only because we did the commit when we loaded the base config. So here the problem we are facing is we are not getting this root, we are getting this shared, and inside shared we just only have objects, profiles, we don't have policies, zones, right? So if I'm doing import, it is not importing the configuration properly, and that's why when you go to this particular, right, it is giving you all these details. So I mean the process will remain same. Here we are facing the problem, right? So either I need to just flush everything, take it to the base configuration again, start it from scratch, this Palo Alto, and then do this merging. Already the process is same. You can see that we have all these details available which will get merged, right? Policies are there, NAT, security, zones. So it will be same to the ASA only, right? We are facing this problem. I need to check why it is like that because when we were loading the base config, I'm not sure whether the VC's details were not available there, right? So if we go to VC's, virtual system on VM50 is not even supported, right? This is VM50. The virtual systems are not supported here. So by default, vSys 1 it should take. So if I will merge it from here, so let me just do it from here this time, rather merging it from here. So we have the device vSys, right? So whatever configuration you have, just place it here. So objects you have got, zones you have got. Okay, just do reset because it has given us everything. So we'll just pick up zones, place it inside visas. Then we'll pick up policies, NAT and security, place it here. So we have policies. Then you have objects. So place this here. Okay. So all these details are here. Then for network interfaces, just place it here. Then virtual router, place it here. Okay. And now let's do the merge. Click on download. So we have the configuration available. So let me just load this configuration on Palo Alto. Import. Let's have it here. Okay. Now let's load it. So verify the task completed. Now let's see if we have got the details. So interfaces IPs are not coming, zone is not coming, virtual router is not coming. So basically, that file is incomplete. The merging which we have done is not complete. Okay, it doesn't have all the details. So we can reset, but this reset will not work because when you do this drag and drop, you lose your configuration from here as well, right? So that is the painful area. So you lose it because that is gone. And now it is available inside PA. Okay. So internet access, your network related configuration. So what I need to do, I can delete this one and I can have my PA, but here it will not come now because that is gone. So yeah, this is the problem with this tool. So we have all the details inside the this XML file. So either you get this XML file now out of this tool. Okay. So how can we get it now? Because with export, it's all gone from here. So FortiGate deleted. Inside all, you don't have anything, right? Here, if I will select VCS1. Okay. So this is the problem we face, right? And let's see if we can do something with API calls. So we are doing these API calls. Let's send the API request and get the details. So you have got the details of your management config, device config, interfaces, all these details you have got. Okay. Let's keep it all. So here, this is the problem. Um, we can do one thing. We can again, you know, select the source as our Palo Alto. Okay, we have got it here. If you will select all, you should be able to see, right? And we can import the Fortinet. But the only problem with the configuration now is that you know this device here we have lost. I mean, so let's try again from network. So just go to network, delete your unnecessary interfaces. Port 1 is also not required. Then these unnecessary zones are not required. Virtual router is good and objects, all good services. Policy is good. NAT policy, it is also good. Okay, let's go to export now and interfaces, virtual routers. Let's select. Then virtual router we need to push. So let's migrate virtual router. Okay. Now root. So object. Okay. So we have prepared the configuration here and shared. You can also get the shared one, but we don't need anything. Okay, so we have all the details here. Let's merge. Let's download. Let's upload it here. So load is complete. Let's go and verify we are able to get the details. So we have got the VR root, we have got the interfaces. So this time it is successful. It's done. We can verify the policies. Internet access rule is there. NAT rule is there, right? So let's go ahead and do the commit and just verify that your interfaces, management interface IP has not changed. So let's go ahead and do commit. And here just bring down this firewall. So just go to FortiGate system shutdown. So now after the successful migration address, none is already in use. So we get the validation errors. So in address we have some none. So let's delete this because these are the default FortiGate objects. So after this commit, your user machine should have access to internet. Okay. So I have not enabled the interface management profiles. So this machine should get internet access once this commit is successful. So this is how, with the help of expedition tool, we convert the configuration. Okay. Sometimes you face challenges, right? You see that things are not working properly. So you need to just keep repeating them again and again. Okay. So let's give it a name 40 and let's exit the project. So if you'll go to projects, we have these two projects and you can see how many times we have imported the device configuration. It is showing the count. Okay. Devices, this is my device which is connected, right? And if you go to monitor, so you will be able to see what is configured, what is not, right? So all these details are available. So if you just go to device, double click on it, you'll get all the details, content, real-time updates, okay? Your I'm learning, your traffic statistics. So right now, once this device will start processing the traffic, so still we have not received the internet access. So let's verify. If I will go to traffic, so let me just verify network, zones are there, interfaces are there, policy is there. So let's verify whether these policies are taking hit or not. Security rule, no hit count. So let's do one thing. Uh, Let me attach the interface profile and do the ping so that might be possible that MAC address of FortiGate is updated on the switch on that particular IP, and that's the reason switch is not able to forward the traffic. So let's create ping only and attach it to the network interface. You can also initiate the ping from the firewall, you know, so just to flush the ARP entries on the switches. So it happens. Same here, just go here, advance, ping, OK, and commit. So let's wait for this commit to complete. Okay, so commit is successful. Now let's verify the things. So let's try to ping the gateway. Gateway is reachable, which is good. Now let's try to ping internet. Internet is not working on this machine. Okay. So what could be the problem? Let's verify the routing. So we have VR root, and on these interfaces we have VR root attached. Inside this VR root, let's check your default route configuration. So we don't have default route available. Okay, and that might be the case in the Fortinet as well. We forgot to configure the default route, and our internet access was not working. Okay, so let's give it, let's add the default route 0.0.0/0 interface, outside interface 1.1, IP address 10.10.1.1. Okay, just add it. Okay, do the commit, it will work. So default route was missing, and that's why Fortinet was also not, sending our traffic to internet. We were able to ping the gateways, but we were not able to reach internet through Fortinet. Reason being that default route was missing. So after this commit, we should be able to get the internet access. Okay, because if I will show you, we have complete configuration available. Okay, so it is almost done, and we should be getting the internet access now. If not, then we'll verify what could be the case. No, we have got the access, right? So packets were getting dropped in slow path itself, right? And that's why your security rule, NAT rule was not getting evaluated and you were not getting hit. So it happens. In fact, in traffic logs as well, you won't be able to see why your packets are getting dropped if routing issues there. Okay. So you'll see the hit counts. Hit counts are coming. You can see the NAT rule hit count is also coming. So this is how we migrate the configuration from one firewall to another firewall, right? Every vendor has their migration tools available, right? So this is how we do. Okay. So if you wanna restart this firewall, Fortinet firewall, and just add the default route, you can do that, and it will, it will also start uh, taking your packet, okay, and it will do the processing and it will send it to the internet. So Fortinet is not starting. It is not starting now. No problem. So we did the migration from ASA to Palo Alto, Fortinet to Palo Alto. In next upcoming lecture, I will cover checkpoint to Palo Alto, then Cisco FTD to Palo Alto. Okay. So I'll give you the tricks because FTD, it's like for Cisco, you need the output of more system running config. So through FTD, you cannot get that, right? And there is no option in Expedition tool to get the details of your, I mean, you cannot import FTD. Okay. So there is a backdoor entry in FTD through which you can get the complete output of more system running. And with the help of that backdoor, you get the output of Lena engine and then you can upload it here and it will do the migration. Okay. So we'll do it. We'll let you know and we'll catch you in the upcoming lectures on the migration. So I'll upload the entire series on YouTube for free and we'll cover all these migration related activities. If you need lab access, you can reach out to us. You can connect to us over WhatsApp. WhatsApp is integrated with our website, right? You can just simply click here. It will connect you with us and we can provide you the lab to do the lab recreates. Okay. Thanks for watching this video. Have a nice day.